We are on our way to Maurya Than, a small village about 190 kilometers from Guwahati towards the west. Maurya Than is very close to the Assam-Meghalaya border. There are just 25 families in the village, all of whom make their living as farmers. We are here to meet Sarojini Rabha. Sarojini came to Maurya Than 30 years ago. She came because she had been forced out of her home in Panisali. Because in Panisali, everyone believed Sarojini was a witch. Sarojini is now 65. 30 years ago, Dusto Rabha, the first husband of Sarojini's daughter, conspired with the local quack to claim that Sarojini was a witch. She was accused of casting spells that made Dusto's uncle fall sick. The village bought his story, and Sarojini was forced to give up her ancestral property and uproot herself with her ailing husband and 3 young sons. Sarojini clearly remembers everything that happened 30 years ago. The village council put her through a test. She had to put her hand in fire and ask the flames to punish her if she is lying. It is a test Sarojini could not have passed. If you are a witch, the fire will burn you for being dishonest. If you are not, the fire will burn you simply because you are flammable. It is a past her sons would rather not revive. When Sulochan Rabha, her eldest son, realized that Sarojini was talking to us, he cut in and refused to let us record her voice. He said he did not want any trouble. After being evicted from Panisali, Sarojini filed a case against Dusto and his family, accusing them of usurping her property. The case took 15 years to reach its conclusion, and in 2001, Sarojini was allowed to reclaim a part of the land that she had lost 30 years ago. Despite this, Sarojini and her family do not want to go back to Panisali. They fear that the stain of Sarojini having once been labelled a witch will taint the entire family. Superstitions survive and thrive in places like Maurya Than and Panisali. The villages are remote and desperately lack access to basic amenities. There is no hospital in the village, and the nearest health center is about 15 kilometers away. Clean drinking water is scarce. There is no electricity. Under the circumstances, is it any wonder that the families in villages like Maurya Than put their faith in the healer who lives next door rather than the doctor who lives a civilization away? Even Sarojini and her family believe in witches and would rather consult an ojha than a doctor. It seems like a preference, but actually, for people like Sarojini, it's barely a choice.